Siddur Snippet series is generously sponsored by the Saka family and as well by Yelad and Avram Foreman. We're on the bracha of Velam Alshinim, and we've been going through different kavanas. To whom is Velam Alshinim directed? Velam Alshinim, the Minim, the heretics, the Kofrim, those who deny Hashem or try to distort the Torah HaKadosha, His Torah's emes, and try to have us subscribe to ideologies, philosophies, which are corruptions of the Torah. Rabbi Yonasan Eibshit said, among the kavanas we have, not only literally the Minos, the Minim, the heretics, but Umalchus Zadon is Amalek. And he says perhaps one fulfills the mitzvah asay of Zachor. We'll read this coming week's Parsha. One fulfills daily Zachor, remembering our enemies and our intent, our aim to obliterate them in this bracha of Velam Alshinim. But I'll tell you, in Yoni Diyom, and I love when Siddur Snippets in the Parsha, everything comes together. It's yesterday's Parsha, but it's not yet Tuesday, so you're still allowed to get excited about it. The Baal HaTurim in yesterday's Parsha says that 18 times in Parshas Pekudei, the expression Kasher Tziva Hashem es Moshe is repeated. No less than 18 times, the expression as Hashem commanded Moshe is used. And that number 18, not only Chai, that number 18 should immediately invoke the image of the Amida, the Shmona Esrei. 18, Anshe Knes Sagedola, Kasher Tziva Hashem. What about the 19th bracha of Velam Alshinim? Says the Baal HaTurim, that is mechuva neged kechol asher tziva Hashem es Moshe. The other 18 times say only kasher tziva Hashem es Moshe, as God commanded. But one time it says kechol, everything God commanded. The everything comes to include the 19th bracha, the bracha of Velam Alshinim. Simple understanding of the Baal HaTurim. What does it mean? First of all, why kechol? So we read already the Rambam. The Rambam in the second paragraph of Hilchos Tefillah tells us that in the time Sanhedrin was relocated to Yavna, Rabbi Gamliel II, when he recruited Shmuel HaKatan to author this bracha, there was an enormous danger, an enormous threat. V'hiskim bracha acha she'tebeh she'ilam b'nei Hashem la'abed apikorsim. V'kava also b'tefillah, writes the Rambam, and he says that birchas lamashinim gedola mikol tzorchei b'nei adam. More than all the other needs that we have, the need for the continuity of the authenticity of our sacred Torah, of our Masorah, was the greatest need. And that's why it corresponds with Kechol Asher Tziva, because it is the greatest need. Where's the Baal HaTurim? Because Parshas Pekudei uses Kasher Tziva Hashem 18 times, so Anshe Knesset HaGedolah knew 18 brachos. What does one thing have to do with the other? And the answer is perhaps simple. What it means is, what is the Amida if not an exercise in surrender and submission? That everything is as God commands. We have our wants, we have our wishes, we have our desires, we have what we think are our needs. And we turn to Hashem and we ask for them. We beg and we plead for them. But in the end of the day, we surrender. Kechol asher tziva, kasher tziva Hashem es Moshe, kasher tziva Hashem. Whatever Hashem commands, whatever Hashem says, that ultimately and that in the end is what He has in mind for us. So we may have, from our finite, limited perspective, we have what we ask for. But even while we ask for it, we say, Hashem, if it's a choice between our limited perspective and want and your omnipotent, infinite view, we of course surrender kasher tziva. We live our life kasher tziva based on what you command. So perhaps Anshe Knesset HaGedolah understood that 18 and the 19th bracha of Velam Alshinim. Sfas Emes in his Likutei Chodesh Adar mentions, Rav Mishor brings this down. See how it all comes together so beautifully. Says there are how many months in the year? 12. How many middle brachos are there? There's 3 brachas HaShavach, 3 brachas of praise, and 3 brachas of Hodah, gratitude at the end. That is 6. 18 minus 6 is 12. Each bracha in the middle of the Amida, the Bakasha section of the Amida, corresponds with one of the months of the year. But then, Shmuel HaKatan, Rabbi Gamliel II came along 500 years after Anshe Knesset HaGedolah and instituted a 13th bracha. Says the Sfas Emes, what does that correspond with? Adar Sheni. Adar Sheni, that's why we're learning Velam Alshinim, basically for all of Adar Sheni. Adar Sheni corresponds Mechuvad Neged Birchas Velam Alshinim. Neged Velam Alshinim. What does Adar Sheni have to do with Velam Alshinim? So first of all, if Rabbi Yonasan Eibshit is right, one fulfills Zachor, the hope to obliterate, to erase. We remember so we can erase Amalek. So Adar Sheni is when Purim is observed. Haman is Amalek. So it corresponds to Velam Alshinim because that is where we have the intent and the kavana to remove and to eliminate Amalek. The Sfas Emes elaborates, and Rav Mashur elaborates a little bit more, that Avodas HaChodesh is Sur Meira. Adar Sheni is Sur Meira. Lios al Kopanim Besoch HaChatzer. V'az Zochel La'ashrei Tivchar V'Sikariv. HaChatzer Mekaimai De Sur Meira. Person has to be in the Chatzer, the Avodah of Chodesh Adar, is Lahasos Hevdel, to make a distinction between us and those around us. That Adar we distinguish. We made a mistake of Nena Misudas Achashverosh. We were assimilating, we were enjoying our own demise, drinking from the Kalim of the Beis HaMikdash. But Adar Sheni, in particular, is about a Chatzer, it's about having boundaries, it's about having walls, about Sur Meira, and that's V'la Mashinim, to have boundaries from those who seek us to assimilate, to lose our values and our ideology, to lose our Masorah, to corrupt our Masorah by introducing ideas and ideals that are unfamiliar, that are false, and that are corruptions. So he elaborates a lot more, but the connection of Adar Sheni, so today, the Adar Sheni, Parshas Pekudei, V'la Malshinim, Siddur snippets, the Parsha, the month. We could tie in Zayin Adar too, but we're at our 6 minutes. They all come together.